Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's discuss a very important topic in IT industry, especially in a QA industry. That's nothing but daily activities in the life of an automation tester. Okay, this is the most important opening question in every interview. Definitely they'll bring up this question, be thorough with it. In this video, let's discuss on how to address that question effectively. Okay, let's get started. At high level, if you want to answer the interviewer, you can tell them that a typical day of an automation tester or a QA automation engineer is a mix of, and you can give some samples like participating in the scrum calls, writing automation scripts, executing the test suites, finding the bugs, working with developers, attending the meetings, and improving the existing frameworks, and reporting test results and publishing the test reports. Okay, this is how you can give the interview ready answer at high level. Now let's see how you can elaborate this answer step by step. Here is a realistic day-to-day breakdown. Okay, the very first thing is attending the stand-up meeting daily. Every morning testers join the agile or stand-up meeting call for 15 to 30 minutes and discuss what was happened yesterday and what is being worked on today, and are there any blockers or impediments or issues. Okay, and then we can highlight to the interviewer saying that understanding the user story or the requirements. Okay, so before automation starts, tester reads the user stories or the given requirements, understand the business flows, identify the test scenarios, clarify doubts with BA or developers or product owners. Okay, then the third step is based on writing and maintaining the automation scripts. Okay, so based on the project to project role, we write the test scripts accordingly using project specific tools. I mean, whatever the project, whatever the tools the project currently using, so we can write the test scripts using that specific tool. For example, Selenium or Playwright or Cypress or APM for mobile automation, and Rest Assured for API automation, TestNG or JUnit for unit testing frameworks. Okay, so this is how you can answer to the interview. And then the fourth question, fourth point goes like execution on the automated test suites. Okay, so as soon as we write the test scripts, the execution part comes into the picture. We execute the automation scripts locally through Jenkins pipeline and in the CI/CD environments, and also we execute the automation test suites across multiple browsers or devices. Okay, to perform or to check the cross compatibility or cross browser testing. Okay, the next thing that we can tell to the interviewer is analyzing the failed test cases. Not every failed test is a production issue, guys. Okay, the tester checks if it's a script issue or environment issue, or it's the lag or timing issue, or it's an actual defect. Okay, and only then he reports it to the developer. So, and then you can tell to the interviewer that we report the bugs. If a real issue is found, we log the defect in Jira or Azure DevOps or Bugzilla. So whichever the test management tool that you are using in your project, we can mention that. And then comes the API testing part. So in many automation testers working in the projects also do perform and validate API given APIs. Okay, that's nothing but API automation, and also validating the APIs using manual tools like uh, Postman. Okay, so the tasks here we do in the API automation is test validate testing the endpoints, validating the given JSON responses, validating the expected JSON responses, verifying the status codes, automate API regression. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. There is a disturbance. Okay, yeah, let's get started. Yeah. Uh, so after completing the API testing activities, if there are any, we also perform framework level maintenance. Okay. Automation is not just only scripting the new scripts. It's also about maintaining the existing framework, like improving the reusable utilities, updating the dependencies, optimizing the execution time, refactoring the old existing code, and fixing the flaky test cases. Okay. And then comes the CI/CD integration work. Automation testers often work with DevOps pipelines. Okay, where a jobs like configuring the test cases or the test suites with the Jenkins and configuring the Jenkins jobs for execution. Either it can be a nightly or weekly or release basis or whatever it may be, and then triggering the automation test suites, generating the test reports, publishing the test reports, and then monitoring the pipeline failures. Okay, guys, in some projects, I mean, not in some, almost in almost all the projects, when it's integrated with automated Jenkins job, as soon as the new code is deployed and when Jenkins detects it, that's the DevOps line detects it, it automatically executes the complete regression pack to check existing functionality is not impacted. Okay, so the next part comes on the test data management. So test data management is a very important thing in any kind of testing. So especially in automation and manual testing, it requires proper test data. Okay, the testers may require to create test users according to the requirement, nothing but test data, and prepare the input files or the sample files. Okay, and then managing the database in the test data in the database and resetting the environments accordingly. Okay, then the next part comes with the collaboration with the developer. This is also a very big part of the job, guys, where we collaborate with developers and discuss on the open bugs, and if there are issues that cannot be reproducible, we discuss that with the developers, we review the logs, and we verify the fixes once when the developer fix the issue. Okay, so then comes the documentation and reporting. This is the very important step. It's the end of the day activity where we update the Jira task on what has been completed or what is in progress, and we share the execution status reports, and we mention the pass or fail percentage in email or in the tracker wherever we are maintaining, or in the test management tool, and then we document if there are any blockers and report it to the supervisors or managers or whomever the project owners are. Okay, and apart from this, the additional activities also carried out depending upon the company to company. Okay, those are nothing but performance testing. Like we perform performance testing using JMeter tools, load runner or K6 or Gatling or whatever it may be based on the project. And then comes the mobile automation part. So if project demands the mobile automation, we should be ready to automate the mobile automation things also. Okay, and for mobile automation, we generally use the tools like APM, Espresso, XUI test. Okay, and and there are some other tools depending upon the project to project we use them. Okay, next comes the database validation part. So here we write the query and validate the database if it contains the proper test data. Okay, and is it retrieving the proper test data. And then code reviews. So our senior automation tester or the experienced peer automation peer review our code. They do check if the coding, if the written code is in proper coding standards or there are any mistakes, and they check for the framework design, and they check if the code written has been going to be a reusable for multiple functionalities and many other guys. Okay, so in short, if you want to tell to the interviewer that day-to-day activities of an automation testers include understanding the requirements, creating and maintaining the automation scripts, executing the regression suites, analyzing the failed tests, reporting the defects, validating the APIs, and maintaining the frameworks, collaborating with the developers, and finally supporting on CI/CD execution along with publishing the reports. Okay, so this is how you can keep it short and sweet. And finally, if you are looking for end-to-end ultimate job preparation kit to become a full stack automation QA, where it covers company wise step by step interview questions along with detailed answers and study materials and complete PDFs and notes along with 10,000 plus real time interview questions asked in almost all the companies. Okay, so please do check out. I have given the link in the comment box and description box. Let me know if you have any queries or questions, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. All the best for your next interview.